What if the biggest global threat isn't on your radar yet? Across the world, nations are quietly preparing for a potential showdown with the United States, and few Americans even realize it. From the Indo-Pacific to Eastern Europe, military budgets are exploding, weapons are stockpiling, and alliances are shifting. This isn't just saber rattling. Behind the scenes, countries are getting ready, sharpening their arsenals for the day confrontation might come. Today, we're counting down 10 countries quietly arming to confront the US in 2025. And trust me, the list will surprise you. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more engaging content. Number 10. Turkey. Turkey has long been a NATO ally, but in 2025, it's charting its own course. According to SIPRI, Turkey significantly ramped up military spending last year, focusing on homegrown defense technology. From advanced drones to naval upgrades, Ankara is signaling that it wants to stand on its own. You'd be surprised how much Turkey's ambitions unsettle NATO, and by extension, the US. With tensions simmering in the eastern Mediterranean, Turkey's pursuit of strategic autonomy is raising eyebrows in Washington. The country's military-industrial growth shows no signs of slowing, and the U.S. defense community is paying close attention. Here's the twist. Turkey's growing defense ties with Russia and Iran hint at a future where its loyalties may shift. It's not just about building weapons, it's about repositioning itself on the global stage. That puts Ankara in a delicate dance between Western alliances and emerging power blocs. The question isn't just whether Turkey will stay in NATO, but whether it wants to challenge its longtime allies. As it flexes its military muscles, Turkey is sending a clear message. It's ready to rewrite the rules. For the U.S., ignoring this rise could prove to be a costly mistake. Number 9. South Korea. South Korea has quietly become one of Asia's top military powers. According to SIPRI, South Korea's military expenditure remains among the highest in Asia, driven by its determination to deter North Korean aggression and counter regional threats. Advanced missile defense systems, cutting-edge naval capabilities, and a robust air force are all part of Seoul's growing arsenal. You'd be surprised how much of this buildup is designed not only to defend against the North, but to stand tall in an increasingly tense Indo-Pacific. While the U.S. remains its key ally, South Korea is preparing for scenarios where it may need to act independently. Behind the headlines, Seoul is testing hypersonic missiles and expanding its submarine fleet. As one SIPRI report highlights, South Korea's military expenditure remained among the highest in Asia. This investment signals Seoul's readiness to defend its interests even if regional dynamics shift against the U.S. For Washington, South Korea is both a partner and a wildcard. If tensions escalate on the Korean Peninsula or in the broader Pacific, Seoul's new military muscle could shape the outcome in ways few are fully prepared for. The big question now is whether this buildup will stabilize the region or spark a dangerous arms race that drags in the U.S. deeper than it expects. Before we reveal the next country, be sure to subscribe. Your support lets us keep exploring the untold stories and sharing content that truly matters. The more of you who join, the deeper we can dig. Come along for the journey. Number 8. Poland. Poland is emerging as NATO's new frontline power, and the numbers back it up. SIPRI reports that Poland's defense spending reached 4.2% of its GDP in 2024, placing it among NATO's highest contributors. This surge comes in direct response to Russia's aggression in Ukraine and the broader threat to Eastern Europe. You'd be shocked by how rapidly Poland has transformed its military posture. Massive investments in tanks, fighter jets, and missile defense systems are reshaping its defense strategy. It's no longer just a NATO participant. It's becoming a leader within the alliance. Here's the eye-opener. Poland's defense spending reached 4.2% of its GDP in 2024, a figure that underscores Warsaw's determination to confront Russian aggression head-on. This isn't symbolic. It's a historic shift in Eastern Europe's power dynamics. For the U.S., Poland is both an asset and a signal. As Warsaw fortifies its military, it sends a clear message to Moscow and reassures Washington that NATO's eastern flank is no longer its weakest link. Yet with such rapid militarization, there's growing debate over whether Poland's rise will strengthen NATO unity or introduce new flashpoints Washington will have to manage. Number 7. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is making a stunning military push. According to Responsible Statecraft, Saudi Arabia's military budget surged by an astonishing 65% in 2024, reaching $46.5 billion, the largest increase since the 1967 Arab-Israeli War. This dramatic rise is reshaping the security landscape of the Middle East. You'd be surprised how much of this buildup is aimed at asserting regional dominance and preparing for a future without guaranteed U.S. backing. With tensions rising against Iran and shifting alliances in the Gulf, Riyadh is hedging its bets with advanced missile systems, drone technology, and air defenses. The kingdom is no longer just relying on U.S. arms. It's diversifying its suppliers and expanding domestic production. As the article states, its military budget increased by nearly two-thirds, 65%, to $46.5 billion in 2024. This surge in spending is a loud signal. Saudi Arabia is preparing to defend itself and project power far beyond its borders. Washington's gradual pivot from the Middle East only fuels Riyadh's urgency. For the U.S., this creates a delicate balance. While Saudi Arabia remains an ally, its aggressive military posture could disrupt regional stability and complicate American diplomacy. The world is watching to see if Riyadh's ambitions will spark a new Middle Eastern arms race that pulls the U.S. into deeper entanglements. Number 6. India. India is rapidly transforming into a military heavyweight. According to Indian Express, India accounted for 3.2% of global military spending in 2024. Focusing on modernizing its armed forces and countering threats from China and Pakistan. This massive investment is reshaping the balance of power in Asia. You'd be shocked by the scale of India's defense push, from expanding its navy to fortifying its Himalayan borders and enhancing cyber capabilities. New missile systems, aircraft carriers, and a booming domestic defense industry are all part of New Delhi's ambitious strategy. For Washington, India is both a strategic partner and a potential competitor in the Indo-Pacific. As Indian Express reports, India accounted for 3.2% of global military spending in 2024. This underscores just how determined India is to secure its place as a regional power and global player. Its expanding military footprint extends well beyond its immediate neighbors, reaching into the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia. India's rise presents both opportunities and challenges for the U.S. As the two countries deepen their defense cooperation, questions remain. Will India remain aligned with Washington, or will its quest for strategic autonomy put them at odds? The choices New Delhi makes now will shape Asia's security future. Number 5. Germany. Germany is no longer the restrained military power it once was. According to Breaking Defense, Germany's defense spending rose nearly 30% in 2024, surpassing the UK and ranking 4th globally. This marks a historic turning point for Berlin, which is stepping into a leadership role in European defense. You'd be surprised at how fast Germany has moved away from its post-World War II military caution. Fueled by Russian aggression in Eastern Europe, Berlin is expanding its tank divisions, air force capabilities, and cyber defense programs. Germany's military reawakening is reshaping NATO's posture and sending a clear message to adversaries. Breaking Defense notes, Germany's defense spending rose nearly 30% in 2024, surpassing the UK. This surge puts Germany at the forefront of NATO, challenging old assumptions about its role in European security. And the shift isn't just about defense, it's about influence. For the U.S., Germany's rise is both reassuring and challenging. As Berlin takes on a bigger military role, Washington will need to navigate how much leadership to share. The key question now, will Germany's newfound assertiveness strengthen NATO unity or strain it? Number 4. Iran. Iran is flexing its military muscle in alarming ways. According to AP News, Tehran has supported missile strikes by Yemen's Houthi rebels near Israel's Ben Gurion airport and showcased its ballistic missile capabilities. While signaling readiness for nuclear talks, Iran is simultaneously building hard power. You'd be shocked how much Iran has advanced its drone, missile, and proxy warfare networks across the region. From Iraq to Lebanon and Yemen, Tehran is arming allies and extending its reach. Its military expansion isn't just defensive, it's designed to project power and challenge U.S. interests directly. AP News reports, Tehran backed a missile strike by Yemen's Houthi rebels near Israel's Ben Gurion airport and showcased its ballistic missile capabilities. This dual-track strategy of negotiation and military buildup keeps rivals guessing and amplifies Iran's leverage. For Washington, Iran's growing arsenal is a constant flashpoint. As nuclear talks stall and proxy conflicts escalate, the U.S. faces a familiar dilemma: contain Iran or risk deeper regional entanglement. Tehran's military moves are rewriting the rules of Middle Eastern power politics. Number 3. Russia. Russia remains one of the most formidable military powers confronting the U.S. According to the Times, despite the strain of the Ukraine war, Russia is showcasing upgraded weaponry and deepening military ties with China. The Kremlin is determined to signal strength and resilience to both NATO and Washington. You'd be surprised how Russia has maintained military production while under Western sanctions. From hypersonic missiles to next-generation tanks, Moscow is pushing ahead to project global power. Its partnership with Beijing further amplifies the challenge, creating a counterweight to Western influence. As the Times reports, the Kremlin seeks to project military readiness through displays of upgraded weaponry and symbolic alliances. This posturing isn't just for show, it's part of a larger strategy to challenge U.S. dominance and fracture Western unity. For the U.S., Russia's continued military assertiveness presents a major challenge. While Washington backs Ukraine, it must also brace for escalations on multiple fronts, from cyber attacks to nuclear brinkmanship. Moscow's military ambitions aren't slowing down anytime soon. Number 2. Israel. Israel is ramping up its military capabilities at an unprecedented pace. According to SIPRI, Israel increased its military expenditure by 65% in 2024, driven by rising regional conflicts and security threats. This surge cements Israel's reputation as one of the Middle East's most formidable powers. You'd be shocked at the scale of Israel's recent buildup, from missile defense systems like Iron Dome and David's Sling to cutting-edge cyber and intelligence units. With threats on multiple borders, Israel is preparing for everything from proxy conflicts to full-scale war. SIPRI reports, Israel's military budget increased by 65% in 2024. This investment ensures Israel maintains its qualitative military edge in the region, a key factor in its defense strategy. It's not just about deterrence, it's about maintaining dominance. For Washington, Israel remains a vital ally, but its aggressive military posture complicates U.S. diplomacy in the region. As Israel sharpens its defenses, the U.S. must navigate a fragile balancing act between supporting an ally and managing rising Middle Eastern tensions. Number 1. China. China tops the list as the most serious challenger to U.S. power in 2025. According to The Sun, Admiral Samuel Paparo warns that China is building 6 warships and 2 submarines every year, outpacing the U.S. at a rate of 1.8 and 1.4, respectively. This shipbuilding spree underscores Beijing's ambition to dominate the Indo-Pacific. You'd be shocked at the scale and speed of China's military expansion. From hypersonic missiles to a rapidly growing nuclear arsenal, China is preparing for scenarios that include a full-scale invasion of Taiwan. The People's Liberation Army is conducting military exercises that simulate naval blockades and island assaults, sending a chilling message to Washington. As The Sun reports, China is preparing for a full-scale invasion of Taiwan, conducting military exercises that include naval blockades and simulated assaults. This isn't just a regional power play. It's a direct challenge to U.S. influence in Asia. The global stakes couldn't be higher. For Washington, China represents a multidimensional threat, combining economic, technological, and military competition. As Beijing sharpens its capabilities, the U.S. faces mounting pressure to bolster alliances and rethink its own strategies in the Pacific. The balance of power is shifting, and the window to respond is narrowing fast. Here are 5 practical tips to consider. If you're traveling to or living in countries quietly arming against the U.S. in 2025. Number 1. Stay updated on diplomatic tensions. Regularly follow international news and official government updates to understand rising military tensions and potential conflict zones. Number 2. Avoid sensitive areas and military zones. Steer clear of regions near military bases, borders, or protest hotspots that could become flashpoints in escalating disputes. Number 3. Keep emergency contacts handy. Make sure you have contact information for your country's embassy, local authorities, and trusted friends or family in case of unrest. Number 4. Have a contingency travel plan. Prepare an exit strategy with valid visas, alternative routes, and emergency funds in case the situation deteriorates quickly. Number 5. Practice low-profile behavior abroad. Avoid drawing attention to yourself as an American traveler by being respectful, avoiding political debates, and blending in with local customs. There you have it. 10 countries quietly but powerfully arming themselves, reshaping the global chessboard in ways many Americans don't see coming. From Asia to Europe and the Middle East, military buildups are accelerating, and the ripple effects will touch us all. If this opened your eyes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to understand what's unfolding behind the headlines. We'll keep digging into the stories that shape our world, because the more you know, the better prepared you are. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.